Hello, my name is Gary Richards. I'm proud to be the superintendent of the Wilton Public Schools. The purpose of this brief presentation is to share some information with you about the Board of Education's proposed operating budget for the 2010-11 school year, and to remind you and invite you to attend the Board of Finance's public hearing on the Wilton School budget, which will be held on Wednesday, March 24th at 7:30 p.m. in the Middlebrook Auditorium. The current operating budget of the Wilton Public Schools for 2009-10 represented a 1.12% increase over the budget for 2008-09 in Wilton. This budget of 1.12% is the lowest budget in the last 25 years in this community. Having said that, by way of context for this year, we're looking at a budget which we have brought in at 2.85% over our current operating budget. In effect, we had slashed fairly heavily last year, and we are again making some reductions for the coming year budget. The increase is due to some contractual increases that we have with our employees and some other cost of living and contractual obligations that the district has. However, we have made cuts that I think are significant, and I want to briefly share with you. As we've made these cuts, we have tried to keep several things in mind. One is the fact that we are a pre-K through 12th grade school system, and as we make cuts in one part of the system, they often affect all parts of the system, so we've tried to keep that in mind. A second factor that we've considered in making reductions is the importance of trying to protect class sizes that are reasonable and that have been consistent with the class sizes that previous generations of Wilton students have enjoyed. A third factor that we've taken into consideration is the importance of protecting the core academic programs, which include the arts. Having said that, let me share with you some of the cuts that we've made to bring in a budget that's 2.85%. One is that we have reduced staffing at all levels. Staffing represents 80% of our budget. The staff salaries and the associated benefits represent, as they do in all school systems, about 80% of our operating budget. In light of this, we have reduced staffing, we've reduced administrative positions, we've reduced teaching positions and support positions. A second area where we've made cuts is we've slashed away at our technology budget, including all of the new technology projects that we had online to try and move the use of technology forward in our school system. Thirdly, we have dramatically reduced money for and funding for staff training and curriculum development, which is our equivalent of research and development. Another program that we've cut is the sophomore program. We've eliminated the sophomore mentor program at Wilton High School. We've also dramatically cut back our deferred maintenance projects for the school system. This is work on our facilities to try and keep our facilities in good working order, and we've cut funding away from those projects. These are some of the steps that we have taken to try to bring in a budget which we believe is responsible and which can help us meet the needs of our students during these difficult economic times. I hope that this information has been helpful in painting a picture of some of the things we are facing as we develop an operating budget for the coming year for the Wilton Public Schools. Additional information including all of our budget presentations may be found on our website, along with some of the questions that we've been asked and our responses to those questions. Also, I want to assure you that we in the schools are striving to develop a budget that will enable us to meet our responsibilities to the young people who attend our schools, but is also sensitive to the challenges that we're all facing during these difficult economic times. Finally, I'd like to take this opportunity to invite you to the Board of Finance public hearing on the Wilton Public Schools proposed budget for 2010-11, which will be held on Wednesday, March 24th in the Middlebrook Auditorium beginning at 7:30 p.m. This is an opportunity for you to share your comments about the budget with the elected members of the Board of Finance as they consider the budget that will go forward to the voters in May. Thanks for your interest in our schools.